Well, another chapter wrapped up. We've probably got some new supports. We got a new unit of Caden. I think that was the only new unit that we got that time around. If memory serves, is the next one the one where we get Ryoma? I don't even remember. It's either the next one or the one after that. I frankly don't know. But I think he's soonish. Maybe. Whenever someone says, yeah, I'm fine, what they really mean is, I am not okay, get help immediately. Yep, sounds about right. Okay, the thing that we have the least of... Okay, apparently your best support partner, I guess. My speed stat sucks. What is this, man? Why does my speed suck? Did I just get, like, really bad RNG? Like, base value 9, it's -2 with a Dragonstone, but what is this? I'm so used to doubling enemies in this game. But, like, my other stats in comparison, I just got really bad RNG with this file, didn't I? Is it... I know that your level ups are set in Fates. Does it determine that, like... after the time skip, like I wonder if it generates a new avatar for like each save file, or if for each subsequent save file for the other routes, I'm doomed to have this. I'm so scared. I'm so scared about future files now. Like, my goodness. Well, you're mean looking, aren't you? I do a whole 1 damage. Isn't that something? Nice miss. Welp. Goodbye, I guess.
It was the only way.
Welp. Cool. I'll take the 2 coral and such. Just pump corn full of speedwing. There's probably a DLC map I could get speedwings. I don't know which it would be. Quite frankly. I honestly have no idea. You want some food? You want some white? Hi. Hi. What will this do for Lilith? What will it do, huh? Level up! Level 24. Cool, get them stats up. Neat. Okay. Well, we have some new support conversations, almost certainly. Yeah, we have one with Hinoka here. Hello there, Hinoka. Tending to your Pegasus again. Indeed, he's always been my partner on the battlefield, after all. It's important that I show him my appreciation whenever I can. You were still quite young when you decided to become a Sky Knight, right? It's obviously a dangerous job. Did anyone try to talk you out of it? Oh, definitely. Many people did. Your mother more than most. What? Even my mother? She was worried for your safety, even though you weren't related? I don't know if it's been explained in this story up until this point, but, like, there was the thing about... the Hashiden royals had their one mother, and then I think she passed away or something happened to her, and then Corrin's mother, the Avatar's mother, came in and brought her kiddo with them. So there's like that. She was worried for your safety even though you weren't related? Indeed, it even surprised me how strongly opposed to the idea she was. She tried all manner of things to convince me to change my mind. Begging, bribing. How did you respond? By accepting the bribes and starting a new republic. Well, I was still a very young girl. Ryoma and others accepted her as father's wife and our new mother, but I didn't do that very easily. As a result, I was cruel to her. More cruel than she could ever deserve. Oh no, what happened? What did you do? I told her that she wasn't my mother and had no place ordering me around. Of course, I apologized later, but it's impossible to take back what was said. I still remember how her face changed right as the words left my mouth. I'll probably regret having said that for the rest of my life. That was years ago, though. I'm sure she forgave you long ago. You were young and didn't know any better. I think you can forgive yourself. No, it's better that I continue to carry this burden with me as a reminder, I think. Hinoka. Well, also you don't think your Hashiden corn being a slow boy is gonna affect your Norian corn? Is what they use it as, so I hope so. I hope so, at least. That's what they use as the excuse for you being able to marry your siblings and not have it be weird, even though it's still weird. Yeah, they basically do the whole thing of like, oh, your mother, like, came along with you and, like, married into the family and stuff like that. So it's like, even your blood family of Hoshido, you're technically not even blood related to. So that way, if you S support and freaking marry any of them, it's technically not incest. There's been a lot of controversies around Fire Emblem Fates, and that's one of them. That is definitely one of them, to say the least. Hi. You want to relax? Relax. Lie back. Lie back. There you go. Take it easy. Alright, Azura, what's going on? You're giving me that look again. I'm sorry, your kimono is all twisted at the bottom. You'll want to fix that. Thanks. Oh, and one other thing. I noticed you barely ate 2 bites of your salad at lunch. So I wasn't hungry. What's gotten into you? Any more insights you want to share? Actually, never mind. Really? If you have something else to say, spit it out already. Well, I was just thinking of something Queen Makoto once told me.
It's free real estate.
Okay, now that we have a button for that, she wanted us to treat each other like real siblings. My mother said that? Well, we're not kids anymore. There's no need to be so pushy. I suppose you're right. You know I respect my mother's wishes, but you shouldn't try so hard. We're fine. Thanks. I'll try to stop worrying about it. Good. I'll see you around. Farewell, Takumi. Well, which... doesn't that kind of ruin the whole point of Birthright, where the whole deal is that this is your true blood family? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Caden and Mozu, huh? What's wrong, Caden? Is something bothering you? Sort of. It's just the hunting party just got back and gave me some meat. The problem is that it's mostly fat, so if I eat it, it'll just give me heartburn. Plus, it's not exactly healthy. You take your health seriously, don't you? Well, here, just give me some of the meat, and I'll cook it as best I can for you. Huh? You will? I know how to cook that fat right off. Really? Then please do! Thank you so much, Mozu. Like nothing of it. I love cooking, so it's no big deal. No, I've got to repay you somehow. How about we split whatever you cook? Split it? Shucks, you don't have to do that. It's your meat after all. Oh, that was a big groan and stretch. I don't know if my mic picked that up. Oh man, what a big groan that was. Oh, come on. Besides, it's way more fun to eat when you've got company. Fine. I'll take you up on your mighty kind offer. Mighty kind. But you better prepare your taste buds. It'll be the tastiest dish you've ever had. Oh boy, I can't wait. Well, but yeah, you have to head off for now. Good to see y'all again. Though y'all take care. Have a good one. I had trouble reading that sentence. I apologize. I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out, Guzma. I hope you have a good rest of the night, and freaking don't be as boosted as me. Shoutouts to Fates breaking down its own conflict for the sake of dating mechanics. Well, we have some supports here. Kaze, thank you for helping me find my doll. My pleasure. Just think, all that time, your doll was in the shop getting stitched up. I know. Tsubaki thought he was being helpful. He wanted to surprise me. Tsubaki is so neat and tidy. I bet that ripped seam drove him nuts. So tell me, is the rumor true? You still sleep with this doll clutched tight? What? No. I used to, but I don't do that now. That isn't what I heard. Who told you that? Oh, don't be embarrassed. I think it's pretty cute. Lady Sakura sound asleep, her doll tucked under her arm. It's sweet. You know, there honestly is some comfort in having, like, something in your arms as well while sleeping sometimes. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I'll just grab, like, a pillow or, like, a blanket or something and be like, I want my arms around this and now I feel cozy. You know, sometimes there's that. And you are, like, the most anti-cuddly dog ever. That's never an option with you, is a thing. You'll accept petting like this, but you'll never accept cuddles. And you especially don't like people's faces getting close to your face. You get all growly and weird, because you're a weirdo who despises cuddles and physical affection so much, don't you? I don't know if a microphone is picking up the weird sounds you're making right now, but you're a bit of a weirdo who's never liked physical affection, like your entire life, for whatever reason. You're weird. You're the one who's laying right beside me. You're the one who chose to lay there. If you get petted, it's your own fault. You're the one who's choosing to lay right next to me. You could be laying anywhere in the entire house, but you choose to lay there. Oh, man. Really? I'm so relieved. I mean, I would be if it was true, which it isn't. Of course not. What? Does my microphone pick up the sound she makes? Sometimes you're with Fates, you understand where the ultra hardcore crowd is coming from. What, with like people who like really hate it? Milady, about your request from the other day. Ah, yes. Did everything go okay? Yes. The carrier pigeon just returned with this message tied to its foot. Here. It's free real estate. Oh, thank you. It says here that she got the medicine. I hope it works. You're such a kind person, milady. Be thinking of your Nana, who's so far away. She looked after me all those years. She was practically like family. You can openly send letters to and from Nor? Is this supposed to be? Look at you, I've been so worried ever since I heard she'd fallen ill. Hopefully the herbs you sent will restore her to full health. I hope so too, Kaze. Thank you again for your help. You always go above and beyond. It was nothing. I'm always happy to deliver messages as well as medicines. Oh, what's this? There's something else tucked inside the letter. I wonder, is it a $15 gift card to Applebee's? Maybe. That looks like a flower petal. Haven't I seen that flower before? Oh, yes. Hey, weirdo? Lady, are you crying? Is everything alright? We used to pick these flowers all the time. She taught me how to make them into flower crowns. Lady, surely this should make you happy. It does. I'm sorry. Can't believe I sobbed all over your sleeve. Excuse me. Lady Azura, wait. Not necessarily with the game as a whole, but just things like the game breaking its own conflict, specifically so the hero can date every character in the game. Eh? Oh, look at you, Yeah, I mean, there's technically a deeper story reason for that, as we'll get into in Revelations and such. I guess. Hi. You are so weird. It's like you don't like physical affection, but sometimes you also don't want me to stop petting you because you're weird. But you make especially weird sounds the moment I start talking to you like this. Strangest doggy I've ever met. That's you. Yeah. That's you. Again, I don't know if the mic picks it up. So the moment we may or may not see in Rev that's also really weird. I haven't played in a very long time, so I probably have no idea what this is. But we'll find out when we get to it. Look at this. These two can finally pair off. So let me just double check that that's my plan here. Yeah, Zama, Felicia. So yeah, let's go ahead and do another pair off here is what we do. Zama and Felicia. Proceed to a support rank. Do I want to start reading it out? Oh, Felicia. Hey, did you come to help out with the chores again, Izama? No, not today. It's too bad. Sorry, I mean, I shouldn't be so presumptuous about you assisting me. You don't have to. Obviously, I need to figure out how to succeed at this all on my own. Spending all that time together has got me thinking about things. What do you mean? I simply can't get you out of my head, which is completely strange to me. You and I are so different. We think in totally opposite ways. And yet, I like that. I think we complement each other. What I'm saying is, I have feelings for you. Osama, I knew there was something growing between us. Even though it was hard, you've made work so much more fun lately. I've loved having you by my side, and I'll say it already, I like you too. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Can we spend the rest of our days together? I can give you a hand with the laundry or the dishes too. Sounds wonderful. Whoop. There we go. Oh, we got the cutscene now. The bond between this pair grew stronger still. Wait, should I just do like a nature of things kind of voice? Wait, where's the bond between this pair grew stronger still. A union that soon proved fruitful. The castle that everyone called home was no safe place for infants, even though it's literally a pocket dimension completely separate from the ongoing war. But This plot doesn't make sense. Where could newborns be hidden in such dangerous times that would be safer than our literal castle pocket dimension that's away from the entire war going on? The answer was in the deep realms, tiny worlds strewn across the astral plane. The solution wasn't without its complications, however. Yes, let's just throw them into other pocket dimensions, because this pocket dimension isn't good enough. Time in the deep realms passed far more quickly. In the blink of an eye, babies grew into children. Soon after, to adulthood. Parents would deal with this dizzying pace of maturity in their own ways, but they could rest assured that children would be safe for a time. So, hello, Streak of Sprites. Yeah, so we've gotten 2 pairings. We've gotten 2 S supports. What was the other one? I've already forgotten. It was Kaze and Rinko was the other S support that we got and such. Who do you plan to pair Tsubaki with in Revelations? Selena. That one I can say for sure. I don't actually have the Conquest spreadsheet done yet, and I haven't started the... Well, I have like old versions of the Conquest and Revelations ones. I want to make new versions. I haven't made a new version for Conquest or Revelations yet. The Conquest one is in progress. But my goal with my goal with Revelations is going to, like, make as many, like, pairings across sides as I possibly can. Like, I know that the royal families can pair off with one another, and, you know, I won't do a pairing across sides if it's something that just, like, completely screws over the kids stat-wise. I'll only do it if it'll be, like, it'll make a still very solid kiddo, and also be, like, a cross-side pairing kind of thing. Yeah, that'll happen in Revelation stuff. Hi. Hi there. My, oh my. You did forget to say hi. Lol, greetings. Hello, hello. How are you doing today, Streak of Sprites? You know, I wonder what my doggy here thinks about me streaming. She probably just thinks that I'm talking to myself constantly, because she can't know that I'm, you know, streaming out, making videos on things. As far as you know, I'm just crazy and talking to myself, aren't I? Aren't I now? Hi. Can I boop? Boop. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but her lips curled up slightly like, no, don't do that, because you're a weirdo. Can I boop? Can I boop? Oh yeah, you don't like that. You might have seen that one. Yeah, she's like, don't interact with me in ways that make me feel uncomfortable. But I still want to lay here right next to you. Is the thing. My, oh my. But yeah, pretty well just finished voice call with your boyfriend, so you're relaxing for the rest of the night. Or morning, I guess. How am I? I'm doing pretty alrighty. I wrapped up a game project for this game design class that I'm in. The game design class that I'm in currently is on tabletop games, like, rather than video games. Like, you can apply the lessons from it to, like, video games and such as well. But it focused mainly on tabletop games, but with everything being online, we had to do the whole course within Tabletop Simulator, essentially. So, a course on physical games we had to do within a video game. And earlier today, we wrapped up the final game project that we had for the class. We'd made 3 games throughout the course, and we wrapped up our 3rd and final one earlier today. So I was in a 5-hour meeting earlier today with my 2 other group members, and I've never shown it on stream. I can show the game that we were working on if it's something that might be interesting. So earlier today, we were in a 5-hour meeting, like, finalizing our rules and doing the last adjustments to our game based off of, like, our playtest feedback and such and such. Let's see here. If I go ahead and do a thingamabob and load up the thingamabob here. So, I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but what I was working on wrapping up earlier today was this. Should I move this underneath, like, alert box chat and, under the cameras and such, like this? Works well enough, I suppose. Enjoy the freaking big camera. Wait, where'd the... Now I've lost the display capture already. I put it in cam 2. No, not there. Freaking... There. There we go. There we go. Something like that. And then I'll turn that off for now. So, we had the constraints that we had for our game were player elimination, and we had to like match the game to like a spooky kind of theme, or at least we had to match it to a musical theme. We were given a theme, and we had to make a game that like matched that music, and we got a very freaking spooky kind of theme. So we made a game where it's a trivia game where you try to eliminate other players from the game by attacking them with trivia questions, and you're all supposed to be undead and trying to prove who's the most human by answering trivia questions and such. Drago feels bad not to mention what it's like when when he marries a kid that hates T-props. Oh yeah, that's a thing that can happen, and hot damn, that looks cool. Most of the aesthetic stuff we freaking threw together on an impulse like earlier today. Also, my Steam name right now is Rated R, starts Friday. But yeah, we originally this was originally called Brain Dead Moments, but one of the feedbacks that we got was apparently brain dead is like also a medical term kind of thing that people might take offense to calling it that, so we changed it to brain rot. But the idea is like the general gist is you got like a hand of trivia questions that you can, you know, attack other players with when it's their turn to be attacked. And if they get questions right, then they gain points on the freaking counter thingamabobs. And if they get questions wrong, then it goes into what used to be a brain dead moment, but is now a brain rot moment as of the most updated version of the game. So we had like our various categories of like, I believe red is misc, blue is science, yellow is geography, and green is culture / pop culture that we lumped into like the same thing. We put together 100 trivia questions, most of which were just questions we found online and such. And then we have like the difficulties for each of them from like 1 to 3. So all these are 2s. This one is a, what's this one? This one's a 3 apparently. What is the study of mushrooms called? Apparently it's mycology. Well, freaking news to me, I guess. So yeah, this is what I've been working at in a group with like 2 others at putting together for the past few weeks, essentially, which is now wrapped up as of today. We got the final submission in and such. So this project is now properly wrapped up, but this is what I've been working on for a good while, or helping to work with, and we spent 5 hours wrapping up earlier today. So, you know, I'm glad that this project is wrapped up. It was a bit of a journey. We had to develop 3 games throughout the course of this class on game design, and this is like the 3rd and final one, wrapping up the class and such. So I have one more quiz to do for the class, but there's no final or anything, so like this class is mostly wrapped up. So it's like, okay, another class mostly done with. So, you know, there's that. If there's a random historical anecdote section, you're winning the game every time. You know, I've thought about not just that game, but the other games that I've, you know, been in a group developing in that class. I've thought about opening it up to the community here for like playtesting and such, but I haven't because I don't know, I get like nervous about sharing things, and also I kind of didn't want to like interconnect my personal and stream lives and such. I don't know. So like I never mentioned that I'm a content creator or anything like that to any classmates ever or anything like that. And if within our group the group members are asking like, oh, can anybody get people together for like a playtest to playtest our game and get feedback, I usually just say, yeah, I don't think I know anybody for that, when in reality I probably could just reach out in the Discord server being like, hey, who wants to playtest this random tabletop game I made? And I'd probably be able to get a group together to do that. But I don't know, it just feel weird if I took a project that I was working on for like, you know, a class in university that I can turn the doggy cam back on again. If I took that project and had some of the primary playtesters be like my kind of stream community here. So I never opened up any of those games to like playtesting within the community. I considered it, but I don't know, it just weird. You'd love to play Brain Rot Moment, sounds hella fun. The name of the proper name of the game was Big Brains with a Z is what we called it. I mean, maybe maybe if we ask in the Discord server or something like that, if anyone's interested in playing the game. It's reached like its final state for the sake of this class. But yeah, Straker Sprite seconds that. Well, maybe it'll be something we wind up discussing in Discord. Maybe. Like, it won't go through any more changes since it's not gonna be, like, a game that we want to flush out from here. Like, the final submission was, like, the due date for the final submission was a couple hours ago. It can't even be changed now, so it's not like we need to change it to improve our grade in it anymore, so it's not like the game will be changing anymore. And it's definitely not a perfect game. It has some flaws, but I generally think it's kind of fun. Hi. But yeah, so there's that. Weeb culture and piratical history are the two categories you're greatest in. Okay, we don't have any cards on piratical history, but there were a couple anime questions. And it was funny, so each of our group members got the chance to, like, overview a playtest of, like, other students and such. So we got the chance to, in various classes, play other people's games while somebody from their group watched over us and, like, took notes about what we liked and didn't like, and we, you know, answer questions that they had about the game. So all 3 members of my group got, like, a chance to have other people playtest the game while us as, like, alone were watching over it, since our other group members were out playing other games. And when I was, like, when I was hosting that game for a playtest, the TA, like, the main TA was one of our players, and, well, I'm not gonna, like, call him by name or anything like that. I'm gonna give him a fake name. I'm gonna call him Ferdinand. Ferdinand von Eyre is what we can call him. And we had one card in the deck that has to do with Full Metal Alchemist, and it was one of the students' turns to ask the TA a question to direct an attack at them. And so the student goes like, okay, Ferdinand von Eyre, let's see what your weeb culture is like. And I've never seen Full Metal Alchemist before, so I don't even remember what the correct answer is. But he was like, the character Edward Elric, I think it is, from Full Metal Alchemist, hates being called what? Is it A, lazy? Is it B, short? And I forget what all the answers were, but there was some correct answer. But before he even read them all out, by the time he got to, like, B, okay, so it was short, okay. So he got to B and he was like, B, short, and Ferdinand was like, it's B, short, and the person who asked him the question was like, he's a weeb! Ferdinand's a weeb! He proclaims to the whole freaking table. So that whole interaction of just like, okay, Ferdinand, let's see how much you're freaking... Let's see what your weeb culture is like. And he goes like, A, lazy, B, short, and Ferdinand, as our fake name, is just like, short, it's short. And the other student immediately yells out, he's a weeb. It was the funniest thing. My goodness. So that was what happened during my freaking playtest of that game. The main playtest that I hosted for that game, that was one of the moments that happened in it. So, oh my god, that's amazing. It caused a lot of laughs, and you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh man. So, I think that was my favorite moment, like, when it came to, like, anything to do with that game, honestly. I think that was my favorite moment. That game went through a lot of changes. My group, unfortunately, didn't let me make a card that was what is the powerhouse of the cell, unfortunately. Which I'm a bit saddened of. I would have totally had that in as a science card. We have some really weird trivia cards in there. Like, there was one that's like, what is the average writing length of a standard pencil? Is it like A, 8 kilometers, B, 12 kilometers, C, 30 kilometers, or D, 50 kilometers? And apparently the correct answer is like 50 kilometers the standard pencil would write for. So we have some really weird ones like that as well, that are like, what the heck? And we were debating about removing them before the final version. It's like, why would you ever know that kind of thing? But we also decided they were kind of fun, you know? To be able to ask somebody that and just see them being like, what the heck? You know? So, we had some interesting moments. We had a lot of interesting questions. You were gonna say 12? Yeah, I think if I recall from putting the cards together, it was 50. I don't know. I didn't put together like, we all had our own sections of cards that we did. I did all the geography questions, for example. So now I know a whole bunch of freaking random geography trivia that I didn't know before this project. But my other group members did, like, most of the other ones, which I know, like, roughly just from, like, playtesting with them and such. Like, one of the questions that freaking floored me was, like, what is the largest organ in the human body? Is it, like, A, the heart, B, the lungs, C, the skin, and D, something else? And apparently the correct answer is skin. Apparently skin counts as an organ. And, you know, I found that out through that, and I was like, what? What? It's an organ? It's not, like, tissue? Like, it's tissue, right? Or maybe it even is, and maybe the freaking site where he got the freaking trivia question was wrong, even. Because I have a hard time believing that freaking skin's an organ, you know? I think that's freaking tissue, but apparently, according to a source at least, the freaking organ is something that I found out. So there's that. We've had some interesting experiences with that game, to say the least. I think we might do one more chapter before wrapping things up. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we can build the fort, and the fort is going to go. Honestly, glad skin counts as an organ because the skin harvester sounds scarier than the organ harvester. Things I never thought I'd hear. Here's a fort. Bam, for like symmetry and stuff. New upgrades. And we can upgrade the beans. Give me that bean upgrade. Yes, all is going according to plan. We can upgrade the Traveler's Plaza, which isn't even going to have any use, except for the times that my save file is on an actual 3DS, which, again, I could transfer it to, but then I'm not going to be able to play it here, or in, like, these graphics or whatever. And, yeah, we'll worry about statues another freaking time and whatnot. Oh, we can harvest again. But yeah, Azura just casually standing in the field and boom, instant dragon vein harvest. She's minding her own business. Imagine being some farmer, then all of a sudden some dragon vein effect goes across your land while you're in the middle of plowing, and you're just like, what the hell?
Hey.
All of a sudden all your crops do super well.
Yeah.
I guess, or something, I don't know. Well, there's that. We certainly get to some interesting conversations, don't we? If I hear, hey, Pikmin, I mean, hey, Lancer the Skin Harvester is coming today, I'm moving to a different continent. But you wouldn't if the Organ Harvester was coming? I know I'm being loud. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to sleep. I'll quiet down a little bit. I'll quiet down a bit, I promise. I'll still keep talking and such, but I will tone it down a bit. I know you're trying to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, may our ability of the Harvest God. We travel across the... Now I want to freaking tell the story of a nomad who goes across the land, giving all the farmers across the land prosperous harvests. Except the farmers aren't appreciative. They're just like, what the hell are you doing to my farm? That's a story I want to tell now. Oh man, when's this gonna make it a freaking Hollywood? For the Organ Harvester to only move to another country. Well, I think we go to the I think we go to the next battle now.